Yeah, I'm happy to start. Noah, first question for you. Just can you talk about just sort of being back in Argentina and I guess what's the sort of morale around the squad after sort of a 24 hours travelling from Sydney?
Yeah, no, it's been good to be back here. Last time I was here was a few years ago, in 22. So yeah, we got in a couple of nights ago. I think the boys are still getting over the jet lag a bit. So yeah, so yesterday we did a bit of a light jog through on what we want to do against Argentina, and then yeah, today we got a big day ahead of training. But yeah, you know, myself, I was up at like 4 o'clock this morning trying to go back to sleep, but yeah, I guess training will take it out of me today.
No, please go on ahead, Nick.
I was going to say, before you went to the airport, before you guys left Sydney, your assistant Laurie Fisher was saying how sort of the importance around giving tens the sort of time in the saddle, and just sort of for development, just for yourself, just having consistency under Joe, starting the majority of test matches. How has that just helped to grow your game this year?
Yeah, no, it's been awesome. You know, I think for me, like not being involved at all last year, and then being straight back into it this year, it's been quite an adjustment. But you know, at the same time, I've been really enjoying it so far. I know the results, you know, the last 2 games haven't gone our way, but you know, I'm representing my country, you know, at fly half. So just trying to keep things into perspective, I guess, and then yeah, hopefully, you know, as games go on, you know, as a team, you know, we can improve. There was good improvements into that second game against South Africa, but you know, we obviously know that, you know, that we didn't get the job done there. But you know, Joe's been taking it as a half glass full kind of approach, and yeah, as a whole, we just need to execute, you know, our decision making out there. So no, it's been good, mate. I've really been enjoying it so far. I mean, you're playing against the best of the best now, and yeah, I'm trying to do my best, and yeah, see how we go.
You know what? You probably are in one of the most scrutinised positions in the world. I mean, even more so than other countries. The Wallaby number 10 jersey. You said you're enjoying it, which is brilliant. But equally, how are you dealing with the pressure? You know, like world champions, 2 games. Obviously, we're playing before. How are you finding that pressure? And is there anything that Joe's doing from his wide catalogue, you know, the Sextons of this world, to give you that belief going forward?
Yeah, it's like I mentioned before, just putting things into perspective. You know, as you said, like, you know, playing fly half for the Wallabies is up there with, you know, pressure wise. So again, like just keeping it real simple for myself, putting things into perspective that, you know, it is just a game of footy at the end of the day. And Joe's been great too. He just keeps harping on, just keep backing myself in whatever I do on the field. And yeah, he's been real supportive individually and as a team as well. But I know myself and the team also as a squad that we need to be better going forward. And you know, hopefully these next few weeks we can show that improvement.
Noah, what are some things you're really targeting that you think you can improve? I mean, obviously the second test, it was a great performance. But what are you really targeting yourself that you're like looking to lift personally against the Pumas?
Yeah, Joe is a really big fan of his short kicking game. So you know, for myself, it's a bit of an adjustment because you know, it's probably something I've been, you know, developing really hard at the moment. Not just myself, but you know, all the backs as well, just trying to manipulate the defence, you know, with ball on foot, instead of, you know, going contestable or, you know, work our way like into territory and stuff. It's more attacking kicks, like the low, flat, crossfield kicks that, you know, myself and you know, all the other boys have been working really hard on. You know, we tried to do that a few times in that second test. Some, you know, we got good pay, and then some we just didn't execute right. So that's probably one aspect, you know, myself, you know, I've been, you know, working really hard on so far. And yeah, just the adjustment on how Joe wants to play, because, you know, he's real ball first, dominant, you know, winning that ball, the carry, the clean inside and outside, and whatever happens after that, you know, is just, he's real focused and harsh on winning that breakdown first. So it's how we play off of that. getting our attack going again. So so I'd say that's probably the one or two things that I've been working hard on.
Josh, if we just bring you in here, mate. First like proper Wallabies call ups. Congratulations. How have you found the last couple of weeks? A bit of a roller coaster ride from Melbourne to the Reds to probably thinking you might be in that initial squad to missing out to now being in there. How have you kind of ridden those highs and maybe lows, but the roller coaster journey anyway?
Yeah, thank you. I don't know exactly if I expected to be in the squad, but loving being here now, absolutely. First, like moving to Reds is pretty quick after Rebels and straight into it. So I think just straight in the deep end is the quickest way to learn, and loved every minute of that. And then just getting this call up was unexpected with a few head knocks last week, and just coming in, I noticed all the boys are just such a tight knit group. Obviously disappointed after that first South Africa test, but the way they rallied together to try and improve on everything is just something I was really impressed with. And same again this week. I think there's just a big mindset in the group to get better and to improve every game.
What was the initial feedback that you may have received? I'm not sure if you did, in fact, but what did you get asked to? And since coming in, what in particular have you noticed around some of the things that Joe likes with his forward play?
Initially, the feedback was trying to put on a bit more weight, get a bit more stronger, so I can be more dominant in contact areas, especially defence. And also just, I think my style of game, if I'm not like at 100%, like those 50-50 passes, if one goes the wrong way and you're giving the other team the ball back, it's a lot harder to get it back in test footy. So I've been working on putting on some weight and controlling the ball a bit more.
I was wondering, Noah, we did a piece at the Sydney Morning Herald, my colleague Ian Payton did it, where Stephen Larkham was speaking very highly about you and obviously saying how important it was just for you to get that consistency. Nathan obviously asked the question before, but how important has it been in your journey to have mentors like Stephen, and is there anybody else that in your journey is an out half or 5'8", as we say here, you lean on just to run over some things with guys who've been there and done it?
Yeah, Bernie's been real supportive ever since he's been back at the Brums. Not really, mate. So I've sort of just taken the approach, like when I'm during the day when I'm with the boys and stuff, I'm switched on and putting all my energy and focus into the rugby part of things. But then probably what I've sort of gotten right this year is just getting away from footy as well and just refresh and fill the tank in that way, because I know previously the last few years I've put a lot of pressure on myself as young tens do, especially internationally. So I've sort of just gone with that approach that rugby is what I do, it's not who I am in sort of way. When I'm in, I'm all in, putting all my focus and energy into footy and doing the best job I can and with the team as well. But then when I'm away, just really trying to switch off and fill that tank up, playing a bit of golf, or trying to at least, spending time with my partner and family when I'm with them as well. So sort of just finding that true balance, especially on tour in Argentina or overseas somewhere, it can be quite difficult. So just really trying to just again pour my focus and energy into the footy when we're on, but when we have days off and that, just try and really get away or get the mind off things and just enjoy life as it is.
You're in probably both of you boys are in probably one of the world's great cities. I know you don't have much time off, but is there anything you're both going to try and make a point of doing? Is it try to get out to Boca to see a bit of the soccer, or is there anything you boys are going to try to nail while you're out there?
I don't know.
I definitely want to try the steak. I've heard the steak's amazing here, but I think a few of the boys might be checking out the soccer while we're here as well.
Yeah, you're just going to keep it quiet, man.
No, we're trying to get a hook up at some golf courses around here, but apparently they're not open on Mondays, so If any Argentinian golf clubs watching, hook us up.
Hey, Josh, can I just ask a bit around, clearly Joe's trying to ensure that those 50-50 passes aren't always pushed and so forth, but that's an area of your game that is almost a bit of your identity, I would say. Like, how do you, like, as a player, ensure that you don't lose some of the things that you make, like, that are strengths of yours, that you don't lose them, even though there might be things that want to be polished elsewhere from the coaching staff?
Yeah, I think with me it's just being confident, backing myself when the opportunity's right. I think as long as like I'm doing all the little things right, like the pass is actually on, I'm sighting the target, I'm doing everything right, I can live with not a perfect execution, but when the pass is probably not on and I'm trying to force it and I'm not looking, like those are the ones I need to get rid of.
Sure. Well, and tell us how much work's been going on with the Moor, and what are the couple of things that you've noticed since coming into camp?
Yeah, I think the boys were pretty disappointed with last week's Moor and working really hard to fix it this week. I think there's a big mindset on trying to fix it this week, obviously, and how to do that is not like just 1 week it's fixed. I think building it week by week, fixing little parts, fine-tuning things, yeah.
And no, just if I could ask around yourself and like your journey, how do you feel like, you know, it would probably be about your 8th iteration with the Wallabies so far, but do you feel like the extra body armour that you've been able to put on through all the mental kind of gains that you've probably been able to make, does that help as you kind of approach midway through the 2024 campaign around you've kind of experienced the pressure environments all around the world now?
Yeah, definitely. You know, I'm a firm believer that, you know, everything happens for a reason. So, you know, as you said before, I've had a lot of ins and outs within this Wallaby squad when at a very young age. I'm 24 now, so you know, I'm still young and I'm still learning as much as I can. It's like I mentioned before, just putting things into perspective and not putting as much pressure on myself. Yeah, again, front load the week, put in the work and the prep, and then, you know, when I'm out there, if I get the opportunity to play this coming weekend, just play what's in front and play footy, knowing that I've put in the work during the week.
Last couple of things, guys, for anything else?
Just Josh. Josh, just getting that experience basically straight away the Reds to face international opposition like sort of Wales and that time trip. Can you just talk about just how that builds your own experience, that if you are thrown in against these test caliber nations, that you can really sort of match it and sort of thrive if the sort of opportunity presents itself?
Yeah, definitely. It's like a little stepping stone in between Super Rugby and international. Great to get that kind of experience going forward, yeah.
Anything else, lads?
Yeah, I've got one, if that's
Yeah,
right.
sure.
Noah, I don't know, you obviously mentioned, you know, everything you've learned in a pretty action-packed Wallabies career. You've obviously got a guy you're working with in Tom Linett, in terms of his early development in the Wallabies. Has there been anything that you've been able to, over a coffee, just chat with him? Because it sounds like you've learned a huge amount in being able to switch off from footy. Or, like, can you tell me a bit about your relationship with him and working with him on the paddock?
Yeah, Tom, he's a good lad. Obviously, this is his first time in the Wallaby squad. He's got a great kicking game on him, great pass, great skill set. I've really enjoyed my time with Tom. Not so much me as a mentor, because he's probably only a few years younger than me, but it's more just you know, just having a yarn with him. He's a pretty laid back bloke. Too laid back at times, but I've really enjoyed, you know, my time with him, and with Dono as well. Us 310s, you know, like obviously we're all fighting for the same position, but again, we're all trying to help each other grow and develop, because, you know, experience-wise, we're pretty young in that area. So, you know, as much as us three can help each other out, and whoever gets to wear the jersey, you know, we'll prep him prep that person the best we can. So yeah, it's been nice spending time with Tom, and yeah, he's got a big career ahead of him.